on the phone.
Yeah, we've got St Albans coach Clinton Proctor on the line. Clint, good afternoon, mate.
Hey, good afternoon. How you going?
Big win yesterday, Clint, against St Mary's. It was absolutely sensational. How's the feeling after the game, mate?
Yeah, all the boys are really happy. Obviously, it's a pretty big day for the club with the E.J. Whitten Foundation and everything like that going ahead. So, yeah, everyone was overly excited. It was a fantastic result, so it was great.
How important was that win, Clinton, following that, unexpected loss to St Joseph's?
Yeah, look, it was really good for, I guess, the club and also the playing group. But, St Joseph's, personally, I never underestimated them. They're a really good team. They're quite a good outfit, and I watched them against South Barwon the week before on the tapes. So, personally, I wouldn't say it was an unexpected loss. We're a young group that are learning and still finding our way. So it's hard to put it together, every week. But it was a good way to respond, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Now, there are a lot of young players in your side still developing, still learning, dating right back to those practice matches against those Ballerine sides. But one thing I find remarkable is a lot of your best players in terms of the stats have been your veterans. Could you tell us about those veteran recruits so far this year and your Raph Clarks, Cam Hall, and how you found them slotting into the Super Saints lineup?
Sorry, I have to excuse the background. I'm at the football at the moment, but
that's all good.
The Bombers are playing Port. Look, those guys have been terrific. Right from the start, we identified that we needed to bring great role models and good people into the club, and Raph Clark, Cameron Hall, Damien Carmody, who's one of the co-captains, along with Ben Evans, have been just crucial to the boys' development. So every week they get to train, they work hard, they make the effort to get down, because there's about 4 or 5 of them that come from Melbourne, and their commitment is unquestionable. So it's been pretty evident that actions speak louder than words, and they've been able to, put it on the park as well.
Now, Clinton, I'm not too sure if playing coaches are allowed to win best and fairest, but you've been named best on ground in terms of stats on the Football Geelong website for a good handful of games. You did mention pre-season this could be your last year playing-wise. Could you speculate if there's any change of mind?
Look, obviously it would probably just depend on whether the playing group, I think, are capable enough to obviously continue on and develop and improve each week. So I'll probably reassess it again at the end of the year. But obviously, with our recruiting and how we go with that too as well, I'll probably make a call, around about November, December, whether I'll go again or not. Because obviously, you need to get the miles in the legs and another pre-season under the belt. So, yeah, I'll make a call when that comes and when we have a fair idea about where to list that.
I guess now, Clint, that finals are probably isn't in the backdrop. 50-50, but I guess it's going to be hard. But I guess the rest of the season now is rebuilding and looking forward towards next year. What sort of plans do you have in place for the rest of the year for the Super Saints?
Well, I spoke to the boys after the game, and obviously with getting a great result against St Mary's, who had everything to play for, with to keep in touch with the finals. I just spoke to them about really setting ourselves for the month of July and doing some extra work and really being committed for the last. When you look at it realistically, there's 12 training sessions to go with 6 games. So I just asked a little bit more from them with regards to their training, their commitment.
Yep.
And if they can, produce that, hopefully, come Saturday they can produce it on the field as well.
Your Colts side this year, they're one of 4 GFL sides not in the first division in the Colts system. You mentioned you want to improve the culture of the club, which is a great ambition to put forward in terms of publicity. Do you think better on-field performances by the senior team, not only this season but in 2014 as well, will inspire more participation in St Albans junior programs?
Well, that's our overall goal for sure. I mean, I sat down with Michael Cobbs and Trevor Robbins, the guys who do a lot of work behind the scenes, and we've got a buddy program we're putting together where we're hoping we can bridge the gaps between the under-18s, 16s, 14s and 12s and really, create that sort of culture and friendship amongst, those divisions. And hopefully the transition, is really easy and we can educate these players on, the fact that when you're having success in the under-18s, you can develop that through to, the reserve grade or development squad, whichever you want to call it. And then when their time's ready and they're mature enough to, play their role and work with the team, they'll get their run in the senior team. So it's all about educating people and giving them an understanding about, it just doesn't happen overnight. You can't play senior footy just because you feel like it.
Yeah, I just want to talk about you as a coach, mate. Where do you see yourself as the best part of your coaching, mate? Is there a strong point in your coaching that you reckon that you're pretty good at, and what's an area that you probably want to improve on as well?
Good question. Look, I guess being a player at the moment, you can relate to how the boys feel at times on the field, and you can understand what they're going through out there, and when it's difficult at times. So I can put across the point of how difficult it is at stoppages or inside 50 if we're getting beat or whatnot. So I like to think I'm a bit of a people person. I have a good respect amongst the players, and I can pick on a few of them because I know they'll take it well, and I can also go at a little bit quieter or softer way with a couple others and just make sure they're on track and they're playing their role. So I like to think my people skills are pretty good, and I can understand what each player needs to get the best out of them.
Is it, I guess, just the one to finish off, Clinton, coaching on field, like as you're playing and all that, is it hard? Is it easier? I know a lot of coaches, when they're out injured, they enjoy coaching from the sidelines.
Yeah.
They say it's much better. What's it like coaching on the ground? Is there a lot more pressure towards coaching where you have to really handball it to your other coaching staffs and the guys on the bench, or do you enjoy it?
I've got great faith in Rory Nicol, who's in charge of my interchange and the guys down there. We do our research during the week. We set up our structures, the rotations and everything like that. So those guys understand what's going on and the matchups, that everything goes with it. So I just try and get out there and play the best game I can for the team and play my role like everyone else.
Well, I'm sure you'll continue to do that throughout the season. The last third that's left, you're up against Leopold away. I can't actually remember the last time St Albans have won at the Memorial Park at Leopold. What are your expectations of the Lions?
Well, look, I mean, they're obviously not a bad team. Sorry about the noise.
No, you're right.
It's all good. Kick
that on the radio. Someone must have kicked a good goal. But Leopold, obviously, a finals contender team at the start of the year, so you certainly can't go into the match confident of winning or anything like that. And look, with the group we have, I've got to stay on them pretty tight and making sure their attitude's right and their mentality's set for the match. So we're a little bit like a yo-yo. As you can see, last week we lost to St Joseph's by 63 points, and we beat St Mary's on the weekend. So it's hard at times. So we won't be taking them lightly, that's for sure. I mean, they've got everything to go for and have a crack at us. So it should be a good encounter for, I guess, Geelong football to see.
All right, Clint, we won't hold you up any further. The Bombers are up by 3 goals if you want to know the score.
Oh, okay. No worries. That's all right. I'm not a Bomber supporter. I'm just here with a couple of mates. So.
Awesome, mate. Thanks very much for your time, and good luck for the rest of the season, Clint.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.